Amen. Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. So today, I'm going to be watching a funny video of a guy breaking down The Heart Part 6. And I believe he has 16 different things that Drake did wrong in the song. And someone sent me this video and told me to react to it because they said it's funny. So I like a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to laugh with me. So before I get into that, you know I gotta get my spill. This is Torture Talk. They call me the Hidden Gem. If you like the content, or if you hear and you can, you just watch the content and you haven't subscribed yet, you're still on the fence, don't know if you could go down and, push that button. Let me earn your subscription today. You know what I mean? I do this. This is what I do. I love doing this. You know what I'm saying? I do this for y'all. Thank y'all for all the donations. I got a really huge donation the other day. Really huge. And I could not believe it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is crazy. So I really appreciate that. All the beautiful women that watch my stuff, put a 1 in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And all the guys. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. Look, I don't sell no merch, but I do have content and it's free. So if you can't donate, or if you don't want to donate, you don't have to donate. You know what I'm saying? Just like the content, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button too. And I drop shows every day. 3 shows a day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they be 45 minutes. Sometimes they be 10 minutes. Sometimes they be 15 minutes. But 8, 12, and 6. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout. 8 in the morning, set your alarm. 12 in the afternoon, if you want to watch an afternoon show. And in the evening, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, invade too much at the dinner table, but, I'm right there. So look, we're going to get into this video, man. And, yeah, be back.
The people who told you all these stories are all clowns. I'm the one who gave you this info. I'm too good looking to steal, Judge. Telling you I have a daughter and you fell for it. My mom came over today and I was like, Mother, this can't be real. Let's get right into reacting and dissecting the Heart Part 6 lyrics. 95% of the bars are unimaginable. And it only goes to show that Drake has truly veered away from hip hop, at least as of now. I wonder if people felt the same way I felt when I heard these lyrics, which I tried to ignore, but when I go back, it's just really mind-boggling. If you look at these lyrics closely, Drake self-sabotages himself here. Drake is basically dissecting how well Kendrick's diss narratives worked against him and tries to brag and get some credit at the same time about being the one to help him create the narratives? He tried to pull the Eminem 8 Mile, but after the fact, he talks about Whitney 3 damn times in the song. Before starting, I tried to have a sense of humor, but I found these lyrics painful.
Yeah, that is true. He definitely did bring up Whitney like 3 times. I'm like, God damn, nigga. Oh, man, let's go.
Hard to even joke about. Beside the lyrics, what added to this record's weakness was the sequence of when it dropped. It came out right after Kendrick's Not Like Us. Because this song was very slow and dark, it just didn't feel well as a response to Not Like Us. Drake might have been better off going back to his push-up style. Another thing that annoyed me about this was the title of the song. Drake named it after a fire series Kendrick made over the years, where he's rapping, calling it the Heart Part, right? He has 1, 2, 3, and he keeps going on. The last one he did was on the Mr. Morale album called The Heart Part 5. And here, Drake kind of messed up the sequence. I'm curious if Kendrick, if he's going to drop a next one, and if so, what he's going to call it, because I definitely don't want it to be called The Heart Part 6 now. Number 1, the Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. Wait, where did I hear this line again? Oh, the second line of Kendrick's diss Euphoria. 4 songs ago, Kendrick says in Euphoria, the famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. Did Drake literally just use the same words? How much more can you do to credit your own opponent by using his
He did that before, though. He did that before. He started his rap off on Poetic Justice the same way Kendrick started his rap off. He started his rap off the same way on Poetic Justice. So he's known for stealing lines.
exact same verb. Again, we're back to middle school jokes. I honestly think middle school jokes might be more reasonable than this. But here Drake says the same thing, swapping out famous actor for a Pulitzer Prize. Number 2, first I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? This would be nice if it wasn't for the fact that you can rat without being in a trial. In fact, many people rat before being in a trial. It's very common. I'm not calling Drake a rat. I'm saying these defensive bars against the accusations don't even defend yourself properly. Also, Drake says here, first I was a rat, and never gets to the second point. Second, third, I don't know. Thirdly, Kendrick never called Drake a rat. Are we talking about the same beef here? If I'm not mistaken.
Yo. Oh. Yo, that's true. That's 100% true. He never called him a rat. Come on, man. What you doing, funeral? He never called him a rat. Oh my God.
The only thing Kendrick said was try cease and desist on a Like That record. That's not calling you a rat. That's just trying to block a song from getting played. Drake, you can't be this oblivious, man. Number 3, where's the paperwork or the cabinet it's filed in? I want to know where the cabinet that the paperwork is filed in. What is happening here? Is not asking for paperwork enough? So if
Yo, come on, bro. Oh my God. Yo, this is gonna be funny as shit.
try cease and desist on a Like That record, that's not calling you a rat. That's just trying to block a song from getting played. Drake, you can't be this oblivious, man. Number 3, where's the paperwork or the cabinet it's filed in? I want to know where the cabinet that the paperwork is filed in. What is happening here? Is not asking for paperwork enough? So if Kendrick gets you the paperwork, Drake is going to be like, no, I want the cabinet it's filed in too. It's like saying, where's the hot dog?
Hey, yo, come on, man. Oh my God, bro. This shit is hilarious.
Hey, and where's the bun that the hot dog was in? Where's the notepad and the table I put it on? Where are the eggs you frying and the frying pan and you frying them in? Number 4, my Montreal Connect stand up, now fall down. Some lyrics say he says, my Montreal Connect stand up, not fall down. Both are dumb. If it's now fall down, how do you tell your people stand up and then fall down? What the actual hell is Drake saying?
Oh my God, bro. This shit is hilarious. Oh my God,
trying
bro.
to block a song from getting played. Drake, you can't be this oblivious, man. Number 3, where's the paperwork or the cabinet it's filed in? I want to know where the cabinet that the paperwork is filed in. What is happening here? Is not asking for paperwork enough? So if Kendrick gets you the paperwork, Drake is going to be like, no, I want the cabinet it's filed in too. It's like saying, where's the hot dog you ate? And where's the bun that the hot dog was in? Where's the notepad and the table I put it on? Where are the eggs you frying and the frying pan and you frying them in? Number 4, my Montreal Connect stand up, now fall down. Some lyrics say he says, my Montreal Connect stand up, not fall down. Both are dumb. If it's now fall down, how do you tell your people stand up and then fall down? What the actual hell is Drake saying here? And if it's not fall down, how do you tell people to stand up, not fall down, move, sit? What the hell kind of lyricism is this to tell your people to do something like stand up, keep your head up, and then proceed to emphasize the point by saying, okay, so don't do the opposite of that. I know some Drake fans in the comments are going to be saying, no, you didn't understand what he meant here. He meant this. He was talking about that. I guess I just didn't understand it. I feel like you have to have a PhD to break apart these lyrics. Number 5, the ones that you're getting your stories from, they all clowns. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. This line was an attempt to say the people who fell for our lies are dumb for feeding you that misinformation. This line would make some sense if Drake actually fed the information, which we found out really can't be the case, but it's also how bad these bars came together. Drake is in fact basically saying the people who told you all these stories are all clowns. I'm the one who gave you this info, dummy. Ha. This can't.
Hey, yo. I'm the one that gave you this info. Come on,
We
man.
plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. This line was an attempt to say the people who fell for our lies are dumb for feeding you that misinformation. This line would make some sense if Drake actually fed the information, which we found that really can't be the case, but it's also how bad these bars came together. Drake is in fact basically saying the people who told you all these stories are all clowns. I'm the one who gave you this info, dummy. Haha. This can't be real. Number 6, a daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. You thought about giving a fake name or a destination. Even the picture you used, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he used for less inflation. Here Drake goes on to hint to the audience that all the interesting tea that are damaging to someone's reputation was actually Drake's idea. Not only does Drake go on to not mention a single way he secretively dished out this information, because that by itself falls apart, but even worse, we never stop to think, why in the world would anyone even think to feed an opponent narratives that are damaging to your reputation? It's like Drake is saying, haha, look how smart I am.
Hey, yo,
Telling you.
I said the same exact thing. How are you This is why niggas like Maul and these niggas is so corny. How are you feeding this nigga information about you that's damaging to you? And then you say, well, look, man, I fed them the information and you took it. You took the bait. You know what I'm saying? I fed him this. I said I was this and he took it. Bro, you come on, bro. Nobody self-sabotaged themselves just so you could say, you was just lying because I told you that lie. Like, come on, bro.
I have a daughter and you fell for it. Send you a Maybach glove and my Ozempic prescription bottles, you dummy, with my name on it too. I'm pure genius. Is this a cartoon? This can't be real life. Another part to this lyric that I find really strange was even the explanation makes no sense. The Maybach glove and the drug he used is for less inflation. What? Okay, maybe Ozempic because people use it to lose weight so they're less inflated? Or does this have to do with the economy, with the inflation? Where does this come from? Number 7, why isn't Whitney denying all the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? Whitney, who has nothing at all to do with your beef with Kendrick, who is not even in any spotlight, should definitely not bother addressing Drake at all. So you're witty because you said that Whitney slept with someone else and had a kid with the person, and she's not coming out and saying, no, Drake, my son is mine with Kendrick. Here's the DNA test. Please stop.
Oh my God, bro. This dude is hilarious. This shit is funny as
Free
shit.
and not Mr. Morale. Whitney, who has nothing at all to do with your beef with Kendrick, who is not even in any spotlight, should definitely not bother addressing Drake at all. So you're witty because you said that Whitney slept with someone else and had a kid with the person, and she's not coming out and saying, no, Drake, my son is mine with Kendrick. Here's the DNA test. Please stop exposing me for these things I never did. No. And it's funny because Drake accused Kendrick of projecting his childhood trauma on Drake, but to me, when I keep hearing these lyrics, it more so sounds like Drake projecting his insecurities with women onto Kendrick. They're constantly talking about Whitney and constantly trying to flirt with her and say all these nasty things. He goes on to say, why is Whitney following Dave Free on Instagram and not Kendrick? Now, this is a strange one to dissect because Genius Fan explanations show a screenshot of Whitney following an account called Dave Free and not Kendrick. But it all seems strange because, so at the time of recording this video, there's no Instagram.com/Dave Free. And currently, she's not following anyone named Dave Free, and yes, it doesn't seem like she's following Kendrick. But this can really go both ways because while I like to believe many couples follow each other on socials, a lot of people don't always like to put out their relationships on social.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't follow my chick on social media. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow her. I'm not friends with her on Facebook. None of that. I'm not really on social media like that. I'm just on YouTube mostly. But I don't really play social media. I might check Facebook once every week or something like that. But I don't have Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I did, but I got locked out of my account, so I just stopped using it. And yeah, but I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, I don't be on there like that. You know what I'm saying?
And they just use it as a personal space, not as a way to let everyone, connect all the dots about them and their family. And even more, Kendrick barely even posts on Instagram. So what's the point? Number 8. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. Why does Drake go on to say how smart he was by knowing that Kendrick took an angle of someone who Kendrick never even mentioned? He said in Meet the Grams, I think people like him should die.
Yo, that is 100% facts. He never mentioned him. But Drake, I said that to my boy. We had this heated debate about this. And he was trying to defend it. I said, listen, bro. He brought up people that Kendrick never brought up. No, bro. You know what he meant, though. Nigga, you recorded that. He recorded that and put it out. It's not, I know what he meant. He recorded it and he put it the fuck out, nigga. What you talking about? Yo. Oh my God, bro. That was hilarious.
Relationships on social, and they just use it as a personal space, not as a way to let everyone, connect all the dots about them and their family. And even more, Kendrick barely even posts on Instagram. So what's the point? Number 8. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. Why does Drake go on to say how smart he was by knowing that Kendrick took an angle of someone who Kendrick never even mentioned? He said in Meet the Grams, I think people like him should die. Him and Weinstein should be locked up in a cell for the rest of their lives. Kendrick never said Epstein. While both Epstein and Weinstein had nasty charges, they had different charges. It's like someone starts talking about Kobe Bryant and then you start rubbing your hands together. Okay, let's get to it. I knew you'd start talking about LeBron. Number 9. My mom came over.
Oh shit.
Today, and I was like, mother, I. Wait a second. That's the one record where you say you got this about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This one, your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. Nasty lines. This was one of the lines a lot of people grabbed onto. Mother I from Mr. Morale's album is not about Kendrick getting victimized. Without going into all the details here, it's about all the generational trauma endured throughout the family and how the pure existence of that trauma dilutes truth and it further traumatizes people. In one line, he says his cousin was accused of assaulting Kendrick, but Kendrick said he wasn't. So in order to go with Drake's whole narrative, this would mean that the song, we would have to completely misrepresent the song's clear messaging. And even though Kendrick literally...
That's definitely facts. And that's another point that I brought up to my boy. He was never touched. But his mother was, and her past traumas, she was putting that on Kendrick. And Kendrick was saying no. And he felt bad. He felt kind of like, it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And it's not weird, but it's kind of like, I felt bad for him in the song because he kind of felt left out, that everybody else was being molested or touched or whatever you want to call it. And he didn't. And he was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the way that Drake did that, he totally misrepresented the song. And that's another reason why the Heart Part 6, the beat was fire. Don't get me wrong, but the Heart Part 6 was so trash because everything he said was just totally misrepresented. You know what I'm saying? Totally.
He said in the song he wasn't abused in that manner. I also found it very ugly how Drake continued to mock a victim's abuse and even bring his own mother into it, as if he was talking to his own mother about how bad the way a victim's life is messed up by saying, my mother came over and I said, mother, I, and he continues to tirade talking to his mother. And who is Drake actually dissing? Because you sure as hell are not dissing Kendrick with this, because the person said he wasn't victimized who you're trying to diss. You're actually dissing the victims of assault, right? A lot of us grew up without father figures. A lot of people were assaulted and abused. I don't want to mention these things on my videos, but are you dissing Kendrick by mocking him and saying, haha, your life is so messed up because you didn't have a father figure? Why would fans rejoice in these lyrics? Because most likely many of your fans may have been victimized also and also grew up without father figures. So Drake's lyrics are dissing his own fans. He's not dissing Kendrick.
That's 100% facts. I said that to my boy. This song left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and he's not gonna use it too much longer. I didn't know he was gonna delete it, but that was he waved the flag with that. It was a Hail Mary desperation. And judging off of that song, that's kind of makes me believe that Drake is just gonna go back to sneak this, and he's not gonna go ahead back and forth with Kendrick, because he had a chance to do that. And remember when Jay Prince was saying that Drake had the most nastiest diss that he ever had towards Pusha T, and he had to stop it because it might have got violent or whatever. Now I don't believe that. Now I believe that Jay Prince just wanted to end that because he didn't know what else secrets that Drake was probably keeping from him. You know what I'm saying? And that baby thing, but Adonis, excuse me, I don't mean to call his son a thing, but Adonis, when he revealed that he had a child, I think Jay Prince probably didn't know either. You know what I'm saying? And now he's like, oh no, we got to stop this now, because if we keep going with this, he probably got some other secrets, or he probably knows some other things. So.
Number 10. If I was effing young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested. Most people who get arrested after the fact, not before the fact. Drake, you have to do the crime first, right? There needs to be an investigation and then you get arrested. Many famous people get arrested and do bad things. So no, you can't be too famous than what Kendrick suggested. How can you defend yourself this badly on a song? Imagine someone being accused of stealing and telling the judge, I'm too good looking to steal, judge. You know what? I'm also too popular to lie. And if I did anything wrong, I would have already been caught. Hello? Duh? Number 11.
Yo, this shit is so funny, man. Oh my God. Yo, this nigga is hilarious.
On a song. Imagine someone being accused of stealing and telling the judge, I'm too good looking to steal, judge. You know what? I'm also too popular to lie. And if I did anything wrong, I would have already been caught. Hello? Duh? Number 11. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only effing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never look twice at no teenager. Drake continues to reference Whitney to further disrespect Kendrick. How low do you have to be to keep referencing your opponent's girlfriend over and over? The mother of his children, who has nothing at all.
That's what I'm saying. How can anybody say he won this battle? Yo, you literally are... Bro, this nigga said that he doesn't look at teenagers. You know what I'm saying? When you have videos and pictures of you with teenagers. Come on, bro. Yo, this nigga is so... I think Drake be high, bro. I think he be high. I'm not gonna lie.
To do with the situation where there's no connection with Drake on. Drake talks about his kids claiming their father is someone else and continues to flirt with the mother of his children, saying, I don't hang out with Millie Bobby Brown. You know who I do hang out with? Women who look like your girlfriend. If anything, this is a compliment to Kendrick's taste in women, right? Am I tripping? Continuing to say your girlfriend thinks of me and I'm her screensaver. I don't want to hear anyone say stop playing Not Like Us after this. Kendrick might play it at Drake's funeral. Number 12. You could drop 100 more.
That was such a corny line. I'm probably your baby mother's screensaver. That was trash. Oh my God, that was trash. That was some high school stuffing a nigga in a locker type shit. That was it's passing notes through grammar school bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was so trash. So trash.
Records. I'll see you later. Whenever everyone said in the Hard Part 6, Drake waved the white flag after. I don't want to hear anyone say stop playing Not Like Us after this. Kendrick might play it at Drake's funeral. Number 12. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Whenever everyone said in the Hard Part 6, Drake waved the white flag, at first, listen, I was just too caught up in everything, couldn't fully tell. But when you go back and you see these lines, holy. And it's quite poetic that this rap beef ended with Kendrick being victorious when Drake was the last person to drop and respond. Kendrick not replying or continuing with
that to my boy. We had a heated debate on that. And he kept saying, the reason why Kendrick lost is because Drake dropped last. And I'm like, that don't make sense. So what he dropped last? What does that matter? Why does that matter? If we go back in history, a good portion of rappers dropped last. And some of them still lost. I believe Jay-Z dropped last. And he still lost that battle. You know what I'm saying? Him and Nas.
Beef after the Hard Part 6 is even more of a reason and clue into how this song fell apart so badly. It wasn't even good enough to respond to. Number 13. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going too. A hypocrite. Here is where some people are running with the false narrative.
So he's called, it's so crazy how Drake respects Kendrick so much. I know a lot of y'all probably don't think so, but I'm talking about he respect Kendrick as his everything that Kendrick does. I'm not gonna say he respects it. I'm gonna say he envies it. He envies it, not respects it. He envies it and he fears it. So he called him the savior. He using the 6ix9ine guy. He used on one of the joints. Sometimes you gotta pop out. You know what I'm saying? And all this stuff, like everything. He holds on to everything Kendrick says. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he just don't know. He is a fan. Now that I think about it, Drake is a fan of Kendrick's. He is. Look at his moves. Look at how he always saying everything that's related to what Kendrick said. It's crazy.
Right? They didn't even do any basic research, like Kendrick promoted R. Kelly's music or something. No, where this comes from is another strange misrepresentation and twist of words by Drake that doesn't make sense. At one point, Spotify was going to fully remove R. Kelly's music from Spotify after the conviction. And Top Dawg from TDE came out in protest of this action, basically saying music is art and should be protected by freedom of expression. You don't do this to white artists, remove their music catalog after any conviction. So in protest, he basically said, you know what, threatening, maybe I'll remove our music too from Spotify because we don't want to see this happen to artists. And me, on a personal level, I don't want to listen to R. Kelly's music after all his convictions. I also believe music should be kept separate because this is what's happening to many black rappers today. Even lawyers, are using lyrics against rappers and convictions, but they don't seem to do this with any other music genre or any other type of art. You don't see anyone using Stephen King's novel as like they would use his novel as proof of any crimes that he might do in his real life. So again, Drake.
Yeah, that's 100% facts. But yeah, so I understand exactly where he coming from with that one though. I really do.
Twisted what was meant to be a form of protection for black art as a way of dissing and saying, oh, he's supporting R. Kelly. Again, you can't diss with a misrepresentation. It has to be true. Like if Kendrick actually spoke about how much, about R. Kelly, he supported him, that's different, right? But that's not what happened. Number 14, dude, I'll see you when I see you, like Fantasia. A lot of rappers say, all my friends dead, like Uzi, whatever, right? They put together a name of a song, but it has to make sense. Sounds nice until you actually go and listen to and read the lyrics of Fantasia, the artist's 2006 song entitled Drake Seems to Be Also Misrepresenting Fantasia's Song, like he did the other songs. Okay, let's see what Fantasia said here. Starts off like this. I put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach, there's a pain. See you walk in my direction. I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Start to stand, but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? Why would you say see you when I see you like that song? This sounds not only dumb, but empowering to Kendrick in a strange, goofy way. Number 15. And Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. To me, this seals the deal here. If I was Kendrick, I would never let up when you hear these kind of things. Constantly talking about Whitney over and over. And even in this last song, it just seems so desperate. You had nothing else on Kendrick, so you're just going to keep talking to Whitney. Like, poor old Whitney. Thank God she danced and not like us. Number 16. In the outro, I'm not going to lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. Here Drake thanks Kendrick for helping him get back into the habit of writing raps again. When you haven't stretched in a while, someone helps you stretch and you're like, man, it feels good to stretch again. That's exactly what Drake is saying here. He's thanking Kendrick for helping him get back into the gym and lift some weights.
Yeah, man, that was an excellent video, man. Oh, man, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I love the breakdown. I love how he put everything in this perspective like that. Yeah, that was pretty decent, pretty unique. Like I said, man, there's a lot of things that Drake has said that just doesn't make sense when it comes to Kendrick. And Kendrick said it like, the audience is not dumb. You know what I'm saying? We're not dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of times Drake, he feels like the audience is dumb. He feels like no matter what he does, his people are going to like it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what really, really carries Drake's ego. That he believes that no matter what he does, people are going to like it. Doesn't matter. He could come out with something that's super trash. And because his name holds so much weight in the music industry, yeah, people going to like this. Don't matter. I could do whatever I want. I could say whatever I want. I could sneak diss whoever I want. I don't have to really rap. I could sing my way all the way through my whole career. I could jump into any genre. I could do whatever. Somebody said, and this is a great quote in one of the comments. They said, Drake, they said, Aubrey is playing a character in a movie, a rap character in a movie called Drake. And that's 100% facts. I don't even think he's playing a rap character anymore. I think he's just playing a character that has all these different personalities or all these different voices when it comes to music. And he's just jumping on whatever wave he can. And it is what it is. But I didn't do a reaction to SOD. I don't think I'm going to, because I don't like the song. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think I'm going to do a reaction to it. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think I'm going to. But I had to put this video out because I seen a piece of it, and I said, nah, I gotta, you know what I mean? Somebody sent it to me, and I said, yeah, I gotta laugh. And that was pretty good. So make sure y'all go follow him. I'm going to put his link in the description. So, all right, man. I'm out of here. See y'all. Peace. Bye.